The Met has been back to Orlando since then, early in the season when Shaquille O'Neal was not yet in the lineup.
Magic won by 26 points against Charlotte on Charlotte's court. So you think coming into Charlotte, into Orlando.
Last year he scored 56 points against the Magic, and he had tied the game at 3 before Grant got 300
point blank range. You want to see him go up. Don't try to pass into defense.
Now the spin move by Shaq. He connects at 7 scheme as we saw there. Nice save by Parrish to Johnson. Geiger the turnaround, and Matt Geiger. Who's for Geiger? Shaq double teamed. He finds Anderson. Another try for 3. Nick Anderson. Looks no good. Anderson finds Shaquille O'Neal. Spins on Geiger and slams it down. 12-7 Orlando. I've never seen Shaq running the floor this well. And Shaq says, hey, I'm in shape now. Johnson goes to the hole and scores at the buzzer of the 24-second clock, even though his shot was deflected. Here's Grant coming back and answering. 14-9 Magic.
There's the footwork and the power. Shaq saying, you think you could do it, I can do it better. Against centers, he gets overmatched physically, but we're seeing when he can post up against smaller players, he's got some nice games. And play smart now. This is where you want to see the maturity.
Here's the lob into Geiger. He converts. Matt Geiger with a solid start.
But they're saying, we're going right at Dennis Scott.
Shaq double team, throws up the right-hander, gets the roll.
Shaq and Penny are going to get their numbers every night. But when Nick Anderson is scoring, this team is really dangerous.
Larry Johnson. And I'm going with a little more traditional look. Here's Shaq spinning on Robert Parrish, and the high-arcing shot goes. A hot start for Shaq last night. Shaq had that ball stripped away by Parrish. Here's Rice on the break, drops it off to LJ. He's fouled from behind by Hardaway.
Game. You have a chance to tire this Magic team out. They don't have depth.
Johnson gets Grant in the air. He scores, and he's fouled. Larry Johnson with 8 points. Grant involved in the play, and he has now been assessed the foul, not John Koncak as originally announced.
If you let a post player back their way in the paint, that isn't necessarily Horace's Grant's fault that he left the ground. It's his fault that he allowed his man to back him into the...
Penny connects with Shaq. Quick pass. Grant going strong to the hole. That won't stay down, but he taps it up and in. Starts. Excellent shooting first quarter by both teams. And going to the hole was Johnson. He was fouled by Koncak. Up to 2 free throws, and Charlotte within 1. Hardaway works against Pete Myers. The spin move, and Hardaway connects. He's working on Myers. And hits the fall away. 2 quick jumpers by Hardaway. Rafael Addison's pass picked off by Hardaway. He's everywhere. Magic want to run. Hardaway for 3. And the Hornets want to talk it over.
Alan Briscoe's very disgusted with the transition defense. Guys are all his friends. Good work if you can get it, right?
Well, if you were down there, we'd know where to find you. And we know where to find Del Curry at 3-point land. And 7-point lead for the Magic. Shaq works against Robert Parrish, and he's unstoppable with that drop step over the outstretched arm of O'Neal and scores. Michael's first bucket. Here come the Magic right back to Shaq, running the floor and converting.
That's the team in the league. They show no commitment closing up the paint.
Here's LJ. Look out below.
Let's take a look here at the pick and roll play. They're going to come over, set the screen, and then Michael Adams is going to try to get into the paint. Now, a good screen, after you set it, you fade to the corner. If you don't get it, you're rolling right to the basket. Watch the fade, not there, step in, and that's weak side help. Shaquille O'Neal's responsibility.
Adams outmaneuvers Shaw. Rice back in the game, and he connects for 2.
The serious game with no joke.
And a wide open Glen Rice, though, and he connects.
I'd like to see Dennis Scott trying to expand his game. He's become much more of a jump shooter, or much more of a driver than a jump shooter. Being your starting point guard, he's not big, and that's fine. Then to bring Muggsy Bogues and Michael Adams off the bench for 5-10 minutes a game, and that helped his free throw shooting percentage for a while, but then they outlawed that play.
Here's Larry Johnson laying it in.
Bell Curry's jumper, but it's a thing of beauty.
Here's Hardaway posting up the 6'2" Goldwire down low, and with the pull-up, rebounded by Johnson. Curry a quick release and a three, and he finds the range. His second three.
Ball in a while. They need to try to run something to get him involved.
Hardaway forcing one up. Shaq there, and the rebound is batted out of the hoop.
Good defense, but usually the referees are going to catch that one.
It's 38th consecutive home court win that would tie the Boston Celtics record set back in 1985-86.
Stretch for them to get ready for the playoffs.
Geiger drops it off. Johnson wide open, and he connects. They're for all 13 since the break, including tonight.
The bench is definitely a weakness for them. Boy, that jumper looks good by Shaquille O'Neal.
Check the lead at 3, and good point about the Magic bench, producing only 2 points from Brian Shaw in that first half. Geiger comes back, and the Hornets just will not go away. And here's a steal by Johnson. Scott in pursuit, but he'll let him go. 7. Their first lead since late in the first quarter. Here's Hardaway, the turnaround.
That's the maturation process because he's got the ball in his hands.
Rice inside the arc. He connects.
Let me explain how it goes. If you're playing defense, it just makes your point so much easier. Here, a nice steal by Larry Johnson. You get 2 points, and it has nothing to do with how you're executing your offense. It's a layup. It's uncontested. It's on the glass, and he's going to key the Chicago Bulls team.
Shaq backing in against Parrish, gets the roll.
So you're noticing that his legs are a lot more live right now. Last season, he played 82 games, and he was spent. He was going to deal with Shaquille's presence.
Shaq spins on Parrish, anticipating the move, but still he couldn't stop it. Maybe 3?
I remember a stat from last season, Rick, where we said Shaquille O'Neal, 39% of...
Rice picks up his third foul.
Nice little footwork.
He's on the move. Johnson over Scott. Larry Johnson starting to home in on the range here. 1994. So Hornets have played well here. They're 5 and 6 in the arena. But Penny Hardaway says, forget about that.
On a lot more of the leadership role where he said, this is my team and I'm going to lead. We've seen that tonight.
Scott just overmatched against Charlotte, down 1. Shaq dropping it off for Grant, and goaltending the call is...
Let Dennis Scott cover Parrish. Shaq should cover Geiger.
Rice working against Nick Anderson, connects from short range. Point, Shaq checks his options, goes to work against Parrish, draws the contact, doesn't get the roll.
Foul trouble the first couple years in the league. This year, no DQs, which is a disqualification, and he's averaging about 3 fouls. How would he be able to block Glen Rice off sitting on Donald Royal's lap?
Now Rice hits the jumper. You check out some of the action with Glen Rice enjoying a pretty effective third quarter.
Glen Rice he loves schooling the other guards. Nick Anderson is a big defender, as a matter of fact, but make sure you give him the nimble footwork, the nice soft touch inside.
Trying to throw a little atmosphere at the Hornets with the PA system. The organ and the crowd. Shaq responds with a slam. Double teamed. He jumped, but still was able to make the pass. Johnson for 3, and he got it. Thought about it. Had the arc, but he got the 3-point signal. Scott. Hardaway from way out. He answers with a 3. The rebound. The outlet to Hardaway. Cross court. Dennis Scott. With a minute 40 gone, Michael Adams. Into Glen Rice is just checked back in. He'll pop over the smaller Shaw and hit. Shaw running the offense with Hardaway trying to post up down low. Grant driving to the hole. He scores, and he's fouled by Johnson. Well, the Magic have forged in front with 5 straight points. Adams, plenty of time to toe the line and connect for 3. Shaw. Hardaway for 3. He's got it.
Kind of thing happening unless they can get something from the answer man.
Johnson had it tapped away, recovered by Geiger for the slam. Matt Geiger for the hotly contested fourth quarter.
There you go. Pretty it was
a feat.
Oh, I like that.
LJ having a big night. Passing out of the double team. Adams launches that 3 and connects as Shaw's open. On the drive, gets it back from Hardaway. Shaq with the emphatic putback. Magic down a pair with 4:10 to go. Shaq going to work. Goes to that right-hand hook. Wild shot. Grant the rebound. The outlet to Scott. He's got Hardaway driving and scoring on the slam.
Put a little exclamation point. He launches shots with tired legs, but do they force it into the paint?
Deep is stuff there by O'Neal. Shaq hits the deck.
That you want your most offensive weapons in the game.
Johnson going to the hole. He's fouled there.
And they have the only 2 players in the NBA averaging over 4 3-pointers.
Larry Johnson hits a tough one. Away. With a 10-inch height advantage, just works his way in and lays it in. 28 points for Hardaway. The pesky point guard with the pass for the waiting Rice in the corner. He's got it, and he's tied this game up at 103 out of the playoff situation.
Now, Miami's going to be interesting. There's another Hardaway point guard in the state of Florida. Charlotte better be aware of both of them.
6 seconds to shoot. Scott bobbles it, holds it, running out of time, gonna have to launch it. It's off the mark, and Parrish has it. Now we will have the inbounds on the 24-second clock violation.
Basket. Don't settle it with a jump shot. Take it to the hole.
8 seconds in regulation. Adams is trapped. He finds Curry, steps inside the arc, and the shot is no good. Hardaway has the rebound with 2.2 to go, and a timeout is called.
For the inbound pass to be as possible.
And you can see Shaw's having a problem. Connects with Scott, goes to the hook, and it's short at the end of regulation. So we are heading to a 5-minute overtime. Back to the Parrish. Goes to the hook and scores. 34 for Shaquille. Geiger. Defense collapses. The pass blocked by O'Neal, and the Magic get it back.
Now, it really hurts you when you play back-to-back and the second one's overtime.
Shaq escaped the clutches of Parrish for another quick deuce. Have to answer with.
When Shaquille O'Neal posts strong, his first thought, get the ball and go strong to the basket. Robert Parrish has had outstanding success playing right behind Shaq. Chance to regroup.
Johnson. And his shot swatted out of there by Shaquille O'Neal. Adams' pass picked off by Hardaway. A critical mistake there. They go right to Shaq. He's bumped by Geiger, and he'll head to the line. Hardaway positioning down low. Lobs it out to Scott for 3.
That's a step play right there.
Here's Shaq, and he is grabbed by Robert Parrish. No basket.
They can put a hurt on Shaq and put him on the line.
Anderson gets a step on LJ, who recovers with a block. The ball ends up out of bounds. Here's the spin move by Dennis Scott off the glass. In overtime, it's 112-103. The try for 3 by Rice, and he gets the Hornets on the board in OT. Hardaway looking to penetrate again, loses Rice, goes up and draws the contact. Rice inside the arc, can't get it to go. Hardaway Another big play. He's shoved out by Geiger. And the whistle blows. Matt Geiger will pick up his fifth. Adams signaling wildly, puts up the shot. Shaq there for the rebound, stripped by Johnson. Curry backs up, can't get a three. L.J. Well, challenged by Shaq. Johnson connects. 114-109. Johnson back to Rice, quick three off the mark, and Hardaway's there. Geiger ties him up, and Hardaway ends up planting an elbow into the mug of Michael Adams.
His natural position.
Rice looking for another three. They'll let him have it, and he gets it. With 3.5 seconds to go, Scott will hang on, and that will do it. Well, the Magic continue their streak.